Hey YouTube, welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host Joce. If you're wanting to find us outside of the screen, make sure you follow us on social media. All of our links are down below. Also, if you're new here, it is tradition that at the end of each video I will handpick some comments and respond to them, so make sure you stick around for that. It is a lot of fun. Today we are continuing one of our lists with a part 2. It seems like you guys were just as shocked as I was when it came to learning about celebrities who have been or are married to each other. So, your wish is my command. Let's continue the fun with today's list of top 10 celebrities you didn't know were married to each other, part 2. Starting off the list at number 10 is Kid Rock and Pamela Anderson. The Baywatch babe and rock star had a marriage that is notable for their now famous wedding, which was a huge yacht party in St. Tropez. Their first engagement was called off in 2003, and 3 years later they got married in July 2006 on a boat. The yacht party was a huge success, but their marriage wasn't. It was very short-lived. Pamela filed for divorce in November 2006, and it was finalized in 2007. Back in 2018, she spoke candidly about their past marriage during an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. She admitted that she never spoke to him again after the split. It was basically the definition of out of sight, out of mind. She doesn't have any bad things to say about him and vice versa. But rumors were going around after Kid Rock made a joke saying that the Borat movie was the cause of their divorce. Pamela Anderson had a cameo in the movie, and apparently Kid Rock wasn't a fan of the movie in general, so when news headlines started saying that Borat was the reason for their divorce, they didn't really care to deny or confirm it. Who cares at this point, right? Like, you might as well just have a good laugh. At number 9 is Kim Kardashian and Damon Thomas. Most people don't know who Damon is or that Kim was ever married to him. He's a music producer who she decided to marry when she was just 19 years old. He is 10 years older than her, so if we do the easy math, he was 29 at the time. She walked down the aisle for the first time ever back in 2000 and admits that she was on ecstasy on her wedding day. On her family reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she talks about it with her younger sister Kendall Jenner, saying, "I did ecstasy once and I got married. I did it again, I made a sex tape. Like, everything bad would happen." Well, I mean, don't blame the drugs now, Kim. The two of them were married for 4 years before getting divorced in 2004. Based on their divorce papers, Damon was extremely controlling. Kim revealed that Damon decided what we would do and when we would do it. He was very much the king of the castle. She makes other serious claims that he both physically and mentally abused her as well. Good news is she was able to file for a divorce and continue to move forward. Next up at number 8 is Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose. I didn't even know they were dating, let alone married. The two of them started dating in 2011, and just a year later they announced the news of their engagement and also that a baby was on the way. They welcomed their first child in February 2013, a son named Sebastian. For fans, it seemed like they had a picture-perfect family life going on, but only a year and a half into their life as parents, they announced that they were splitting up. Wiz has since opened up about the marriage and how difficult the split was for him, but he has no bad blood towards his ex-wife. He thinks that it was for the best. Amber agrees and told Us Weekly, I quote, "It's so crazy that we are literally best friends. We hang out all the time." Well, that is refreshing to hear since they are also co-parenting. It is nice that they can still have a happy ending. Sliding into number 7 is Renee Zellweger and Kenny Chesney. Yet another couple that I didn't know was ever even a thing. Is it just me, or does this one feel like super random? They first met back in January of 2005 at NBC's Concert of Hope Tsunami Telethon. Renee told Jay Leno that there wasn't any sparks between the two of them that night, but they still exchanged numbers. Sparks must have grown between them because they dated shortly after, and only a few months after dating, they got married. Their wedding was on May 9th, 2005 in the US Virgin Islands, where they invited 45 close friends and family members. Although it was a beautiful wedding, their marriage didn't last long and it came to an end just 4 months later in September. Renee filed for an annulment and cited fraud as the reason. The statement spread like wildfire and everyone was throwing shade at Kenny, but Renee came to his rescue saying, I quote, "Fraud is simply language and not a reflection of Kenny's character." Maybe you should have clarified that from the start. Regardless, there is no disrespect between them and neither of them regret the marriage. In at number 6 is Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis. Some of you might be like, why are they on this list? Do you live under a rock? Well, the answer is yes. Yes, I do, because I had no idea that they were a couple, and in my defense, I also asked Rebecca and she didn't either, and neither did Chris. So, they've been together for 8 years now, and the relationship timeline shows how committed they are to each other. They met each other back in fall 2011 at a Saturday Night Live finale party, and they exchanged phone numbers, and the rest is basically history. They became official in December 2011, and in January 2013, they announced their engagement. Later that year in October, they announced Olivia's first pregnancy with their son Otis. Years later, they're still not married. In April 2016, they announced her second pregnancy with their daughter Daisy. Which leads us to today in 2019, they are happily parenting their two beautiful children and are still not legally married. Rumors are flying that they've secretly tied the knot, but they continue to deny it. They've been engaged for years and are living like a married couple, so they don't feel like they need to rush it or make it a legal thing. I mean, I still consider this marriage. They're living like a married couple, they're committed like a married couple. What do you guys think? Halfway through the list at number 5 is Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet. The two of them claim they are a perfect fit and have a 14-year partnership to back that statement up. Jason said he was in love with Lisa ever since he saw her on TV in 1987 when she starred on The Cosby Show. It wasn't until 2005 when they met at a New York jazz club. They were immediately together from the day they met. Lisa described it to Porter magazine saying, "In that moment, love came and it came big, and he did not run as I think a lot of men do." In 2007, they had their first child together, a daughter named Lola, and the following year a son named Nakoa. I think that's how you say it. Fun fact, Lisa was previously married to Lenny Kravitz and they had a daughter together, Zoe Kravitz, so Jason has also played stepdad in her life and loves every second of it. She calls him Papa Bear in all of her Instagram posts with him. It's totally adorable. As for marriage, it wasn't until 12 years later that they officially tied the knot in October 2017. They held a low-key ceremony at their home in California. Apparently it was meant to be a secret, but of course someone leaked it online. Jason told Entertainment Tonight, I quote, "You know what? I've been married to my wife for 12 years. It's just a gathering of our families and celebrating our love." And at the time of this recording in 2019, they are still happily together and looking as adorable as ever. Here we are number 4 with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Esposito. They were first spotted as a couple in 2006, and after just a few months of looking cozy in pictures, they confirmed their engagement in October. They got hitched in late December, just 2 months after the announcement. It was a fairly low-key wedding, taking place in the south of France where they exchanged vows with some family and friends watching. It looked like they enjoyed their time together, but only 4 months into the marriage, Jennifer filed for divorce, citing it irreconcilable differences. Bradley's rep at the time shared a statement saying, "The divorce was mutual and they've been separated for quite a while. Throughout the years, it seems that Jennifer is the one who has some bad blood towards the actor." She once referred to the relationship as, I quote, "an entire marching band squad of red flags." Yikes. I like that phrase though, so I might use it when I describe some of my own exes. Coming in hot at number 3 is Katy Perry and Russell Brand. You probably knew that they were a couple back in the day, but did you know that they were actually married? Their romance was a whirlwind as they fell in love and got married rather quickly, which might be one of the reasons why it didn't work out. They first met back in 2008 on the set of Get Him to the Greek, but it was in 2009 that they started dating and later announced they were engaged on New Year's Eve. For the record, their engagement came just 4 months after they started dating, so they were moving quickly. They had their wedding in October 2010 at a super secret traditional Hindu ceremony in India. It was at a resort which was across from the tiger sanctuary that he proposed at. The marriage only lasted 14 months and Russell filed for divorce shortly after Christmas in 2011. They both had different reasons as to why they split. Katy told Vogue that he didn't like that she was equal to her and tried to control her. He says he just had a change of heart and his mind frame began to shift, whatever that means. Worst part about the failed marriage was that he ended things through text. Katy told Vogue the story saying, "Let's just say I haven't heard from him since he texted me saying he was divorcing me on December 31st, 2011. Classy. In spot number 2 is Chad Michael Murray and Sophia Bush. I always knew they were that hot couple from the show One Tree Hill, but I had no idea that they actually got married. I was a huge fan of the show, which is where they met and continued to date. The show ran for 9 seasons and they were together by the second one. They weren't together for very long before they got engaged. They got married in April of 2005 when Sophia was just 22 years old and Chad was 23. They were very young. It was a very short-lived marriage as they separated just 5 months later. The divorce was finalized in December 2006. Down the road just last year in 2018, Sophia talked about their marriage with Andy Cohen and said that she never wanted to get married and felt pressured to do it. She said she didn't want to let anyone down and felt the pressure from other people around them. Chad's rep replied with a pretty sassy statement to people saying, "The story is ludicrous. Chad conducts himself in a completely professional manner and would never marry for any reason but love. 13 years since his divorce with Sophia, he has a very happy life with his wife and children. He has completely moved on and doesn't feel the need to engage in this type of behavior." Boom. He shut that down. Taking our number 1 spot is R. Kelly and Aaliyah. This story is crazy. Kelly met her when she was just 12 years old as he produced some of her music for her. He was actually 24 years old at the time. They soon began dating despite the huge age gap and even got married 3 years later. Yes, if you're doing the math in your head, that would make Aaliyah 15 years old and Kelly 27. It was a huge scandal because after their secret wedding, the press uncovered a marriage certificate that showed her age was forged to 18 years old. Obviously, she wouldn't be allowed to get married at 15 years old, so it had to have been forged. But Kelly immediately denied the reports and said that he never knew she was 15 and that when he married her, he thought she was 18. Aaliyah tragically died in a plane crash when she was 22, but their story is still being talked about today, now in a courtroom. Earlier this year, in January 2019, a video surfaced which proved that Kelly knew her age at the time. The clip was uncovered by TMZ, which shows a clip from a 1994 documentary where you can see Kelly acknowledging her age.
Now I'm producing a very talented lady, young lady. She's 14, Aaliyah.
In the video, Kelly is in the studio as he talks about Aaliyah, who you can hear singing in the background, and he says, "Right now I'm producing a very talented lady, a young lady. She's 14, Aaliyah." Since the video surfaced, Georgia authorities have launched an official criminal investigation. Alright guys, there's our part 2 list. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Did you know these couples were married? I want to hear from you. If you enjoyed the list, make sure you show us some love and hit that thumbs up button. In the meantime, let's check out some comments from some of my other videos. James Spiller says, "There was a murder that took place at an apartment building next to mine last Halloween, and worse, I saw the body. I will never forget that. That is extremely messed up. I only heard about the murder in my building. It actually happened 2 years ago before I moved up here." Absent-minded Prop says, "You are mega awesome. Top 10 is even more watchable with you as a host." Well, thank you. I gotta say, the emojis you picked are very random. A beer, a ladybug, a rose, and a thumbs up. That is an interesting combo. Daiquiri says, "Didn't know Drake was an actor. Surprise! He started on the Degrassi Show, which was filmed in Toronto. Fun fact." Scottish says, "The Kardashians are famous for no reason and Ariana Grande can't sing and she's too diva-ish." Alright, I can get on board with the Kardashian statement, but there is no way you're convincing me that Ariana Grande cannot sing. She is wildly talented. Well, there you have it. I'm getting out of here. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss another video. I'm your host Joce, and I will see you in a future video.